Hi guys, so today I have a product review. This is the Beauty Secrets Gel Polish Thinner. So to use this, I'm going to be testing it on this old gel polish of mine. I believe I got this from Banggood. It's a couple years old, really thick stuff. So the directions on the back basically say, add 3 to 4 drops of thinner into bottle of gel polish, mix well, repeat as necessary to get desired consistency. So pretty straightforward. Going to open that. That's what the bottle looks like. So just so we have a baseline, I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to go ahead and apply 2 coats of the gel polish at the base here, and then after we do the drops of thinner and we get it to the consistency that we like, I'm going to go ahead and reapply it to make sure that it doesn't affect the color pigmentation. And then just to show you guys how goopy and thick this is, you see that? It's super stringy and really thick. Like I said, this is at least a couple years old. This is some of the first gel polish I did a haul on here in the channel. So it's really thick and goopy, and working with it on your nails is almost impossible now, but I love the color, so I could never bring myself to throw it away. It's just really thick. So like I said, I'm going to be using this. I'll go ahead and bring you guys in a little bit. And I'm just going to paint the back half of this so we have a baseline, like I said. And even now it's kind of hard to use. It's really stringy. So it's hard to get a thin layer. Normally you would do thin, even layers, but it's almost impossible with this. So I'm going to go ahead and cure it. Like I said, I'll do 2 coats so that we can compare. So there's the second coat. Go ahead and pop that into the light. So we're going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to open it up. This packaging, it's a glass bottle. You get 30 mLs or 1 fluid ounce. It has a convenient little dropper, and it says to put 3 to 4 drops, so I'm going to go ahead and put 4 in. We'll shake it up and then see what it looks like. So there's the 4. Go ahead and close that. So that's after shaking it up. Now it still looks pretty stringy. See that? Still really thick, so I'm going to go ahead and put 4 more drops, I guess. Because it says just to keep repeating until you get the consistency you want. So that's a total of 8 drops. I'm going to go ahead and shake this up off camera. So here it is now. It's definitely more runny. It's not as stringy. See the strings breaking before it's breaking quicker as I pull it up. It's still a little bit thick. So I'm going to go ahead and add 4 more drops. I was just testing it on my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and add 4 more drops, then I think we should be good at that point. Because it's real close to being nice. So this is with 12 drops total. So I'm pretty happy with the consistency as far as the way it's moving in the bottle. I'm watching on the neck here how quickly it flows down into the bottle. I don't know if you guys can tell from that camera angle, but that's what I'm looking at. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to apply it next to this one just to see if we get the same color payoff. And if the pigmentation stayed the same, if it altered the color in any way, that kind of stuff. So you can see the color's a lot easier to apply thinly. and it looks more even, like just applying it. Of course, I can add it thickly. And you can see it's still a little bit goopy, like at the end when I pull, there's still a little bit of string. So I'm thinking maybe even add 4 more drops to it. We're already at 12, but the color's still pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do while that's curing that first layer, I'm going to go ahead and apply 4 more. So we're at 16 drops now, and it's definitely a lot more liquidy. The only reason I added the last 4 was because it was still stringy when I was pulling it away from the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that. Okay, so that's the final cure. As far as the color goes, I would say it's basically the same. I don't see any difference. I don't know, maybe on camera you can see a difference, but in person it looks the same to me. It was still very pigmented, so no issue there. My other question is when I go to remove the tacky layer, is it going to affect the way that it cured? So I'm using an LED lamp today. So I'm just going to spray that with alcohol. And you can see there was a little bit of color transfer, but very minimal. I would say it still looks good. So my final thoughts on the thinner. Well, one, it is definitely thinner, so it does do that. I do believe that it would extend the life of your polishes if you're working with a really goopy polish. I can definitely apply this a lot better, like on my nail. The only thing that I will note is that it didn't get rid of that stringy effect when I pull it away from the tip. It's not really bad, and it's better than when we started, but it's still there. I don't know if I keep applying more if that would eventually go away, but I do feel like I could build up this color on my nail. It wouldn't be too streaky. It did cure fine in the LED, even with me putting it on a little bit thick on the swatch. The pigmentation stayed the same, so I'd say it's worth the $7 that I paid. I did pick this up on clearance in Sally's. I believe I paid $7.99. I'm not sure what the original price was, but if you guys can find it at Sally's, it's worth the buy. So that's Beauty Secrets. I picked mine up at Sally's, and it's gel polish thinner. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. If I didn't cover anything, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review and demo. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those down below. And as always, thank you for watching.